Welcome back to another episode of the Inner Journeys Outer Adventures podcast. I'm here today to talk about mindset and something I had a call on earlier last week, and it's about how you view yourself and the reflection of you going out and projecting that into the world. So if you are someone that has gotten off track with your fitness, with your health, and it's been a while and you've gained some weight and the way you view yourself is starting to become worse and worse, and you're starting to abuse yourself mentally every day, you're expecting more from yourself and you're not giving it, the way that you view yourself is going to be projected onto other people. So if you don't feel good about yourself, if you are constantly striving for perfection but you're falling short every single time of the expectations that you have of yourself, if you are thinking that you're not expert, that you don't have value, that you don't have worth, you're going to project that onto other people, and that's going to affect how you show up in that situation. Whether or not they view you that way or not doesn't matter. What matters more is how you view yourself, because that's what you're going to project onto somebody else. So if you are viewing yourself as somebody that has no value, that has nothing to offer, when you walk into a room of people, you're going to feel like they don't respect you. You're going to feel like you have nothing to offer them, and that's going to directly reflect and have consequences on your life and the way that you can make money and the way that you can help other people. So we have to fix the internal monologue and the internal dialogue that you have, and we have to get you starting to work on your health, to view yourself better, and to keep the promises that you've been telling yourself. If it's been a while since you've worked out and you keep saying, hey, I'm going to work out 5 days this week. Day 1 goes great. Day 2, day 3, you don't do it. You're going to start spiraling downward more and more and more. So you got to keep it simple. You got to keep those promises, and you got to keep them small and then build from there. You can't expect to do everything all at once and get somewhere with yourself and how you view yourself. If you're not already keeping those promises and you keep saying, I'm going to go 5 days this week, I'm going to go 5 days this week, and you keep not doing it, you're chipping away at your confidence even more. You're chipping away at how you view yourself and your self-worth and how you feel. And that's going to keep projecting out into the world and the people that you interact with. Especially if you're in business and you're in sales, this is huge for you, because the way that you're viewing yourself is you're projecting that onto your clients or potential clients that you have, and you're not going to be showing up at your best self and the way that you could actually help and serve this person, because you haven't been keeping promises to yourself. You've been lowering your confidence every single time that you are not keeping those promises, and you are berating yourself internally because you keep doing it. So we have to flip the script. We have to start intentionally adding something in to help you become a better version of yourself. And I think the way to do it is to start small with fitness and work out 2 days a week. If you're working out 2 days a week, 30 minutes to an hour long, you continue to do that week after week. Once you start building that habit, you can start adding in more days, because you're growing your confidence as you're doing that. You're getting a sweat on, because that's going to make you feel better no matter what you do. Exercise always has a good effect on you mentally. But then you're also keeping promises to yourself. And when you're keeping promises to yourself, you're feeling better about yourself. And that's going to help the momentum shift into your favor. But then you also have to do the internal work. You have to understand what makes you tick. You have to be aware of your thoughts, and you have to fight against your thoughts, especially when they get bad and get really negative. The biggest change that you can make mentally is having less negative thoughts. It's actually not about having more positive thoughts, because negativity brings us down so much that even a couple negative or 10, 20 negative thoughts a day can change the entire way you view that day. Just because one bad thing happens in a day does not mean you had a bad day. Just because 1 week was bad does not mean your life is bad. We have to start changing those negative thoughts, and we have to start battling them. We're turning them around into something positive. So you got to think gratitude a lot. You got to pause and figure out what you're grateful for that day. And then you also need to start reading something every day to help you flip the script. Like, the first thing you do in a day should be reading something positive and then reflecting on it and putting it into your day and projecting that out into your day, rather than the negative thoughts and the way you view yourself onto other people. Because I guarantee you, if you feel gratitude and you are constantly thinking about gratitude, you're going to be projecting a way better version of yourself onto other people, and you're going to see the world in a whole different light. We all know, if you watch the news every single day and all the fear and the fear mongering and all the bad things that are happening around the world, they only show you the bad things. And if you're only watching that and only looking at bad things, you're going to find bad things every single time. That's how our brain works. We focus on something and we see it everywhere. Focus on a red car, you're going to see that red car everywhere you go. Any kind of red car. You find the good stuff, you're going to see people having kindness, acts of kindness everywhere around you. And that is how you're going to change the way you feel about yourself, by working on your fitness and your health, taking care of that, by changing the way that you view yourself internally and reading something that's going to change the way you start your day. Because the way you start your day is going to move on into the rest of the day, and it's going to help you flip the script in your brain of what you're viewing and what you're looking for and what you're projecting onto others. So if you're doing all that, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself, you're going to shift your mindset, and you're going to see the world in a different light, and a lot of things are going to go better for you because you did that. Thanks for listening to the Inner Journeys Outer Adventures podcast. We'll see you next time.